Okay, 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So myself, Pawan. Okay, I have been in this industry for around 15.5 years until now, and I worked with the major client like Apple, Denim Stream, and then the MCOE specialist, that is Marketing Center of Excellence of Adobe. So that's my role and job. Until now, I have implemented 28 implementations in terms of all the Adobe and then the data engineering in terms of that. So while from starting from 2011, so which is comprises of all these things, and then you probably know my profile, and so I will take a minute step back, and then so I'll show my profile to you. Okay, so that it will be an good intent to show. Okay, so and then so
Okay.
we can we can start the session after that. Yeah, just give me a second. Where is that? 1 second.
Hmm.
Why this is not, that's the problem. Can you able to view my screen?
Yes, Pawan. Yeah.
Okay. So let me show my profile, and so after that so we can start the session. So within no time. Yeah. So myself, Pawan, I have been into the Martech leader and then the AI strategist as well as digital transformation in terms of the CDP, right? So you can see all my entire thing, and then so you can able to see. Okay, so I am a senior consultant of Adobe and then the ENY, and where I have given my exposure and started my 8 experiences, that is like senior data engineer as
Okay.
well as the project manager. Okay, so this all about me, and I work with ENY and manager of home ec technology. Okay, as a product of Adobe, right? So this all about me, and then so in a nutshell, so my skill set spans around AEP, all types of an, either it is cloud, AI, or the digital transformation, whatever the assets are in terms of the Adobe as well as in terms of the Google. So I am been a premier person, so who can able to consult, and then so you can able to do in terms of the in thing. And then recently I have implemented some kind of a data pipelining by using the agentic AI in AEP. Okay, AEP and CJA.
Okay.
So that is what my profile is. And then if you want more in detail, so you can go to my LinkedIn, and then so you can search for all this information, so which is a genuine. Okay, coming back to our agenda, right? So have you got uh, access to the what we call the brochure that I have sent?
Uh, is it sent through mail or?
No, it will be available here only. So whenever you are going into the classes, okay, so here you will have the study material. So this is the study
One
material that
second.
I,
I don't have it. Where to look for it? In the order
okay.
history.
Okay, in the order history you will be okay. That's okay, no problem. So what I am going to tell you is about the CDP. Okay, so in the CDP, okay, so first I will be covering the,
Pawan, your screen again became small.
okay, uh, 1 minute. Now,
Mm, yeah, now it's done.
okay, see, now I will be telling you about the scalable CDP architecture. So
So
in
this I'll get no later in that tool.
yeah, Yeah, in tool, so it is uploaded, so you can able to download it. Okay, or else you can view it. You cannot able to download, you can view it. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, the customer data platform, and I will be explaining about the CDP architecture, and then so what are kind of this so you have asked about, so what are the components, right? So while coming from a starting point, so I'll be showing you of that, so which takes around 30 minutes of schedule. Okay, on this. Okay, the intro will be 30 minutes of schedule, and then so I will be explaining you about this. So how the CDP will be there. So what are the data sources, injection, processing, and analytics. So this is the whole this thing, so that you can able to take it forward, and then so how you can able to have a storage layer in that, and then the steps. Okay, next comes the steps as per your this things. So the analytical layer, data collaboration layer, so likewise. Okay, so the key components are this one. Okay, which I will be going through each and every step. Okay, in that. And so this about me, so nothing else. Okay, so today I will be covering all these things. Okay, which covers until your interview, and then so
This on CJ data views you will not teach. Huh?
yes, CJA will be also teach. Okay, but I forgot to write that in this. Okay, I will be
Uh-huh.
showing you that, but
Okay.
most probably, so once we cover this, okay, so we can able to go to the CJA, right? So CJA
Okay.
is another document. Okay, I don't
Mhm.
want to club you and then for so
No, no, got it, got it. Yeah.
so first 30 or 40 minutes I will be focusing on the fundamentals.
Okay.
Okay, then after that, so I will be showing you in next 15 minutes how we can able to implement that. Okay, and so later on, so I will be showing you the CJA, so how we can able to implement, and then a kind of a documentation, so how you can able to do that. There ends the session. Yeah,
Okay.
scope
Okay.
is defined very clearly, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now coming into this, okay, so let me share my screen. Mm, do you have any other expectations other than this that I should take a note of?
No, no. This is fine. AEP and CJ, how the data views
Yes,
connection are made in
okay,
CJ. That is fine.
okay, no problem. So, let me open up.
So the recording is in progress, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, okay. So, in the meantime, so you can also look forward for anything, and then so you can able to take to it. Can you able to see my screen? I think I am sharing the window now.
yes.
Okay. Now I will be opening. So are you seeing the experience.adobe.com, or is it different that you are?
Welcome to Adobe Experience Cloud.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. See, logging into Adobe. So these are the things, and then the fundamentals I'll cover up. So when I am in this, or what we call in this. Okay, so I'll go step by step, and if you are this thing, so please raise your hand so that I can able to talk to you, right? So if there are anything, so first of all, so what is Adobe Experience Platform? So Adobe Experience Platform is like a CDP. Okay, what is a CDP? A CDP is a nomenclature like a customer data platform. Okay, what this customer data platform is, in the sense like, so for example, say you have, can you able to see my AEP screen?
Yeah, quick access scene. I can
Yeah.
scan it.
Okay. So what is an AEP in the sense like? So AEP is something like, okay, so you can able to take it forward. So let me open one PPT that will give you elaboration on the AEP. So 1 minute.
Ah,
Can you able to see my screen right now?
Yes, quick access is there.
Only quick access. Okay, you are not seeing any other screen.
No.
Okay, entire screen. Now, now can you able to see the PPT?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So whenever you are going into that, this will not be shared on any cost. Okay, so you have to this thing. So which I am showing you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you are going to do any, let me delete this. Otherwise, I will be caught. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
I hope you understand, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So what is a customer data platform? Okay, the customer data platform is something like, okay, it will be taking it ahead, and then so it will be taking the data into the viability, and then so we can able to take it forward. Okay, for every each and every customer data platform, right? So let me open up one of the customer data platform that we can able to take it forward, which you can able to take you can see, right? uh,
Yeah.
1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
There's one slide that I want to show you so that you will get understanding on this thing. So, what is your understanding on CJ, like what we call AEP?
AEP, that's what I've been going through whatever the content is available on net. And yeah, as you said, it's a customer data platform
Hmm.
where CJ, AJO, and other, analytics can be
Hmm.
implemented or created. Like we can create data sets or data view, right, in CJ.
Hmm.
So yeah, but the main connection foundational
Okay.
data structure has to be done in AEP itself, whatever the settings, data source,
Yes.
schema,
True.
maybe whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Then I have written one book actually. That's what I am seeing actually. Hmm. This is what I want. See, what is CDP in the sense, right? So for any CDP that you can you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes. I'm seeing the agenda slide.
Okay. Okay. So can you able to see my screen? So for whatever the CX journey is, okay. So CX is customer journey is. There
Yeah.
will be lot of touch points, and then so there will be the traffic is divided according to the channel or the channel behavior. So here the data interactions will be captured. For example, say see this beautiful lady is doing from organic traffic or refer traffic or analytics language, right? So these are
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
analytics language.
Got it.
Okay, so whenever she is coming into the website, and then so she doing, so first anonymous visit will be happening, and
Yeah.
then after known organic traffic is done, so she has logged into that, or else she has been an regular visitor to that site, and then so she can able to come as a known visitor. Okay,
Mhm.
once after this, okay, so whatever the engagement is, okay, either it is direct or traffic or webinar or whatever the things are. Okay, here I have mentioned only webinar. Okay, there might be lot of activities, right? So whatever the data interactions are there, first the anonymous will be converted into pseudo anonymous. Okay, then automatically, so whatever the activities that she is doing, so whenever so this all anonymous profile will be converting into the activity, and then so it will be injected into the CJ, right, CDP, that is customer data platform, whatever it is. Okay, either it is Adobe or whatever, there are n number of these things. So the fundamental is that, okay, it is used to identify the customer, and then they unify the customer, okay, from various different sources, and then give it update. Okay, that comes into the benefit. Okay, that comes into the benefit. So why we need CDP, right? So CDP is for understanding the data interactions, or understanding the customer customer interactions on the table, and then so merging it with the unified UCP profile, that is the unified context profile. So for that, AEP or CDP can be used. Okay, what is the real difference in between the CDP and then the um, injection, what we call the CDP and analytics will be only used for tracking. Okay, this
Mhm.
CDP is used for more than that of the tracking. Okay, it is used for unification of the customer, and then from different sources it will be useful for merging the data sources, and then identifying the customer, and then giving it as a one source of factual data, one source of factual data. Okay,
Okay.
so why we need CDP? Okay, for delivering the one source of factual data, so this CDP can be useful for unifying the data, right? So simple one line answer. Okay, so now coming into that. Okay, so how a company will be taking any CDP project. Okay, so I will be telling you in terms of that. First, they will be sitting, your BR's team or init one will be sitting on the CDP on the business use case. Next, pilot planning will be there. So there we can able to expect the MVP or pilot planning, and then the data governance. Okay, which variables has to be done, and then so how the local laws are there, either it is EU law, or else either we need to follow EU law or HIPAA compliance, or lot of things will be coming under the data governance. Okay, and then from which geo it is, either it is GDPR, right? So
Yeah,
you are a
CCPA. Yeah.
CCPA. So likewise we will be doing, and then so they will be seeing the sources and destinations, and then MVP and KPI tracking, means like what kind of a KPIs will be, and then so how we can able to integrate that. Okay, above is that the alignment of the product, and then so infrastructure access, whatever the infrastructure is, or whether they want to or they want to buy a server or something likewise, this all comes under this above, or which are relating to the client. Okay, below or something which are relating to our whenever a CDP project will come. So that is the kind of a scope that we need to take it. Okay, so coming into the CDP, right? So now I'll come into the actual definition of for the CDP, and then so how we can able to take it forward. See, first first any CDP project. Okay, for
Okay.
can you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah, proof of concept and approach.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Okay. For any CDP project, okay, first
Okay.
you need to discover that. Next, use case development is the second thing. Okay. Next is the enable data collection. And last one is the use case development. Okay. Here, what is the difference in between use case development into two and use case number two is okay, when you are trying to approach, okay, you need to identify what kind of an attributes, or attributes are something like keywords or props in
Yeah,
Adobe Analytics.
got it.
Okay, here also we need some kind of an attributes and behavioral values, okay,
So
in the
these,
schema list. Yeah,
yeah, sorry, attributes and field groups are same only, right, or different?
different. I'll come to that. Okay, let's
Okay,
go step by step. Okay, I don't want to
okay, okay,
confuse you. Okay,
okay,
so
okay,
and then so we can able to execute in terms of that, and then so milestones will be there, and then so what kind of a destination, and then so what kind of an use cases that we will do. So that and also it is the job of your seniors that you who will be taking care of that. You no need to worry about that, right? Now coming into the actual part. Okay, so this is the planning is done, and then entire planning is done. Okay, so we don't have anything. So let's flow into one of the use case. Okay, let's flow into one of the use case, and then I will be explaining you each and every step, okay, in a detailed fashion. Okay, until
okay.
now, in the planning phase or discovery phase, do you have any doubts?
No, will we be a part of that team? No, right? We'll not be a part
No,
of that.
no, no, no.
Oh,
I'm just telling you what is CDP and then how it can be able to implement in an organization. You
okay.
need to know, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you are answering, so you should be well specific about so what is the kind of it. Next comes into the technical knowledge. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So don't worry about that. Okay. Hmm. Any doubts in this?
No, no.
Okay, next the process will come like a Scrum. Okay, your project manager will be there, and then he will be dividing the Scrum tasks, project flow. Lot of things are there. Okay, you no need to worry about that. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Now, until now, any doubts?
No, no.
Okay, we'll be moving on to the next step. Okay. So 99.99% theory is less. Okay. So I will be just showing you what are the things that you need to do. Okay. Nothing else. I'm not going to show you anything. Okay. So don't worry. So I am not going to show you theory. Okay. So I am
You
going to
said
show you
TD.
theory, theory, theory.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to do any kind of a theory. Okay. So
Okay.
for example, sir, now I'll come into the resource individual level. Okay. So for a person who is taking AEP, okay, should have this tech skills, okay, and then so what our scope will cover. So I will be telling you what is the kind of a scope that we will be. So these are taken from lot of Naukari job profiles, and then I have devised this skill assessment portfolio, okay. So for any kind of an CDP or AEP, okay, AEP is all this in AEP and CJA reporting, okay, whatever it might be, okay. So I have taken so like onboarding analytics and digital media campaigns RTCDP, okay, these are the keywords, and then how much proficient they are explaining, okay. Some companies will be like 3 or 4, okay. So this is my level of understanding, and I have prepared accordingly, okay, out of 10 or 20 pointers that they are asking, right? So I have
Okay.
prepared accordingly. Okay, this is only the skill assessment. I'll take only 2 minutes on this and
Okay.
then make you comfortable on the next topic. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So this is the proficient, and then so out of 100, so weightage is 20, and then so lot of questions are on technical or scenario based. Okay,
Okay.
if you are going with a technical skill. Next, in-depth knowledge of the client advertisement platform, whatever the platform is. Okay, so you might be heard of the campaigns, right? So
Yeah.
are you seeing any notebook, AEP guide and activity book?
Right now, like, no, I don't have.
Okay, can you able to see
Yes.
your name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you must have seen, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
seeing
these are the,
skill assessment.
yeah, this is what, okay, skill assessment. Okay, so these skill assessment is prepared based on lot of CDP profiles and job descriptions that are available on Naukri. Okay, so and then so I have taken around taken a scale of 2 to 6 years of experience. Okay, and
Okay.
I have prepared this. Okay, so I have prepared according to the 2 to 6 years of experience, and then the last pointer is for experience of 10 plus. Okay, last three pointers are there, that is
Mm-hmm.
not for you. Okay, it is for the seniors like me. Okay,
Okay.
so lead gen, tech gen, like whatever the online onboarding the digital media campaigns. Okay, the
Uh-huh.
proficiency that they are expecting is 4. Okay, how I have devised this level of the skill is that out of like out of 26, I think. Okay, out of 26 profiles I have prepared this. Okay, and then
Okay.
the weightage I am giving as 20. Okay, and then so a lot of questions that they are asking is on technical or scenario based. Okay, and what are the concepts covered? Okay, I will be explaining you about how that onboarding or offboarding will be there, and then how we can able to do that. So this will be covered in our session today. Okay, and
Okay.
in-depth knowledge of the client advertisement strategy, and then so persons are asking like in what kind of an advertisement or architecture that you will be, and then so this they are asking about the practical based questions. Okay, and then
Okay.
so this is the kind of a client advertisement platforms or something, and then so for example say if the company is using PPC, okay, or
Mhm.
Google AdWords. Okay, so
Yeah.
how you can able to do that? So likewise they will be asking. Okay, gather document and then help. Okay, proficiency they are expecting around 4. Okay, so the documentation is essential, but why they are asking about the documentation on questions? Okay, how will you document the schema? How will you? So there are a lot of questions on that, and then so you need to know what kind of a client engagement or client business requirements are. Okay, I'll be showing you one use case, and then I will be explaining you that in the AEP how we
Okay.
are going to do that, and then in terms of the CJA how we will do, we will be doing that. Okay,
Okay.
so customized code. Okay, in AEP also, so we will be writing the customized code. Okay, customized code in the sense it is not like in rocket science. Okay, it is just a curl command that you will be using, right? So how you can able to do that? So that will be a practical code. Okay, and then
No.
client developers, these and all are not there. Okay, so last point that I want to tell you is communicate confidently. Okay, this one at the top notch. Okay, so that's why I have not rated. So if you talk all these points, okay, I have why I have not rated here in the sense like they are top notch. Okay, so and technical writing these and all are so, something which are related. Okay, so now, okay, now if you see here, okay, Adobe solution. Okay, so you must have heard of the analytics. Okay, that is for the
Yeah.
record website activity. Okay, now I am coming into the AEP. Okay, what it will does, centralize standardized customer data. So that is means that, okay, what it does is it will inject all the data sources as I shown you in the presentation. It will be doing the unification. It will be unifying the data. Okay,
Okay.
so what does CDP do? So lot of things, right? Okay, so I'm not going to go in depth about that. Okay, so this is more specific to the CDP. Now I am going into the AEP. Okay, that is Adobe Experience Platform. Okay,
Okay.
first 3 minutes will be Okay, first 3 minutes will be UI explanation of Adobe, and the next I will take a break of 2 minutes. After that, so I'll start with the AEP execution. Okay, so what is a schema, and then the technical lines. Okay, I'll be explaining you that. So is it
Okay.
acceptable for you?
Yeah, yeah.
So the steps for logging into the Adobe Experience platform is okay. So here you can see, right, Adobe
No,
Experience platform. Okay,
screen is showing admin.
okay, no problem. Okay, so the step for logging into the Adobe Experience platform is experience.adobe.com. So you will be going into that, and then so whatever you are seeing here, okay, can you
Yeah.
able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, quick
So
access. Yeah.
yes, this is the company or tenant ID. Okay, whatever you are seeing has at this is called the tenant ID. What
Where
is
is,
a
can you just scroll a bit up? Tenant ID. Okay, once again. Uh, is it on the top? Because recording that logo is coming here, so I'm not able to see that. One second. I'll just move it. Tenant ID is on the right side. That is what you're showing. Yeah.
you can see the link, right?
I'm seeing quick access and the search on the top. AEP shared sandbox quattro. That's what I'm seeing.
You are seeing only that. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll be showing you that. No problem. Okay, you are probably okay. So logging into experience.adobe.com. Okay, if you
No.
see here, right? So if you see here, okay, so you will be logging into experience.adobe.com. Can you able to see experience.adobe.com?
Adobe Experience platform I can see on the
Yeah,
top.
okay.
Yeah.
So this one, if you see here, okay, can you able to see the AEP part? Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, AEP quattro, right?
Yes, AEP Quattro. So this is the sandbox that we will be using. Okay. And so here the training sandbox. So I can able to go to this training sandbox, and then you can able to utilize that. Okay. So I will be explaining you. First of all, I will be explaining you. So what are the steps that we will be taking into her? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is, okay, first you will be collecting the data by means of the data collection. Okay, first thing that you will be doing is you will be collecting the data by using the data collection.
Okay.
Next, you will be you will be using the connection, so you will be connecting the sources and destinations. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
using the connections you will be taking the sources and destination. Before that, so you will be iterating the data management. In the data management, so how that the schema has to be placed, okay, that you will be taking it. So what is a schema? Schema is a skeleton, okay, of the data that you are flowing into the platform. Okay, so whatever the sources is, okay, what kind of a data, for example, say student ID, name, email ID, and phone number. Here
Mm.
you will be giving the skeleton by using the schema. What type of a data that you are going to do is, and then so what kind of an implementation that you can able to do. Next is the data sets. Okay, what is a data sets? Okay, data set is like a data cloud. Okay, so it is a data lake of the information. So where you will be storing the data. Okay, whatever the schema that you are doing, right? So you will be placing in the data sets. Okay,
Okay.
now, okay, coming into the data collection. If you want to implement by using the EEP web SDK, so you will be using the tags, and then you can able to do that. So in our training, so we are not going to configure or anything on the web SDK. So I will give you the link, so you can able to go ahead, and then so you can able to um, implement AEP web SDK. So here my topic is AEP as well as the CJA, right? So I will be explaining you about that. Any doubts or concerns until now?
So web SDK is client side setup, right?
Yes.
We don't need not do anything, right there.
No, you need to inject the data. Okay.
No,
So
no,
for
that is.
example, say Adobe
Uh-huh.
Launch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Previously Adobe Launch. Okay, right now. So that is out of the box, right? So of AEP guys, okay, who will not do that kind of an implementation, right? So it is whatever the launch guys will be doing. Okay, previously it was launch, and right now it is web something is there, right? I
legacies.
yeah. So it is comes under the development. Okay, we are AEP data persons. Okay, so that's why, so we will be only seeing on the data, right? So
Okay,
whatever it is, okay, so you have to know, so which kind of a data collection. This data collection will not be included in our topic for today. Okay,
okay, okay.
so and then, so whatever you are seeing here, right, so you can able to see here, and then so you can able to create. Okay, until now any doubts on this? And then the customer module is, you once after the data is injected, so you will be creating an audience, and then the segmentation will be doing that, and then so you can able to create that. Now now that, so you must have got that doubt. Okay, here you are seeing the customer, here you are seeing the accounts, here you are seeing the prospects. What is the main difference in between the customer, accounts, and prospects? Okay, prospects are something like, okay, those who are not converted.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so accounts is something like, okay, the profiles or the audience are relating to the companies B2B data.
Okay.
Okay, like for example, say IBM. Okay, IBM employees all comes under the accounts data. Okay, for the accounts data, so account level schemas will be there. Okay, and
Okay.
customer is something like, so whichever the data that you are injecting, so which will be converted into the profiles, and then the audience and identities. Okay, so
Okay.
what are identities? This and all comes under the later part. Okay,
Okay.
first. Okay, and then so you can see the workflows. Okay, what are workflows? Workflows are something which are relating to, oh, how we can able to do that. Okay, so until now any doubts in this?
No.
Okay, let us take 2 minutes break, and I'll come back, so after having a hot water. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, can you able to see my screen? Hello.
Pawan, yes, I can see it. I was on mute actually.
Okay, so can you able to see my notebook
I don't like.
LLM?
Adobe Experience Platform Architecture and Components.
Yes, that is what I okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you see here, right? Okay. So AEP. Okay. AEP contains, okay, so lot of things, right? So I can able to tell you these are the futures that I can able to explain. Okay. So if you talk about the core platform vision and capabilities, okay, so what it does is the centralize and standardize customer data and deliver the personalized experiences. Okay. Now I'll come step by step. Okay.
Okay.
So AEP core platform vision and capabilities. Centralized and standard customer data. I have shown you over the screen how that beautiful lady is doing some kind of an actions, right? So
Okay.
how it is going to centralize. So I will be showing you when the lab will come. Okay.
Okay.
Next, deliver personalized experiences. Deliver personalized experiences in the sense sometimes you can see your payment has been failed. Okay, sometimes, right? In the
Okay.
banking or anything. So, yes, an email will be triggered or SMS will be triggered to you, okay, by calculating your journey, and then so it will be unifying across that. For example, say today you have done your payment by means of notebook, okay, or something like a tab. Tomorrow
Okay.
you are doing the same payment method by means of your laptop. Okay, how would
Mm.
the system know, okay, that okay your payments are being failed by means of this system, this IP address? So this is what is the deliver personalized experiences. That means that the CDP can able to understand, and then so it can able to provide you some kind of a personalized experiences where you can able to do that. Next is RESTful APIs. Okay, so RESTful APIs are something like entire AEP is built on RESTful APIs. Okay, more in detail, so you can go for understanding on the RESTful APIs. Okay,
Okay.
RESTful APIs are something like okay, it will follow the bearer token or something like this, and then so you can able to do that. So that's not the intent of this. Okay, so it is the intent that you want to go on more in detail of the developer. Okay,
Okay.
foundations of the experience business is something like okay you will be having the businesses in terms of that, and you can able to do that. What are the applications built on the AEP? Okay, there are a lot of applications. Okay, once after you got the CDP, so what kind of an applications that you will be using? One is AJO, next is CJA, mixed modeler, real-time RTCDP, okay, which will not be covered here. Okay, so we will be taking the customer journey analytics. Okay, so
Okay.
application built on AEP data. So whatever the data that you are injecting, so again that data will flow into the CJ. Okay, again the data flow into the real-time CDP. Okay, that's the cup of tea. Next is the Adobe Journey Optimizer. Adobe Journey Optimizer is a different. It's called different level. Okay, so now coming into the RTCDP. Okay, what is RTCDP in the sense like it will be unifying the anonymous data and create personal profiles and audience, activation of the third party destination, and include B2B edition. So right now what I have shown you is the RTCDP. Okay, right
Okay.
now which I have shown you is the RTCDP. Okay, and it will be unifying the data, and then it will be creating all these things. Next is the customer journey analytics. Okay, in terms of the customer journey analytics, so what you can able to do is the cross channel orchestration, leverage the rich behavior, and include the B2B edition. Okay, this and all. Okay, now coming into the other things like core services, right? So you need to know this very well. Okay, so when you are coming into that, right, so when you are doing any kind of an AEP implementation, you should know the experience data model. Okay, you should know the experience data model. Okay, experience data model. Okay, what is experience data model? It will be standardizing the customer experience, and the technical definitions will come so whenever the labs will come. Okay, don't
Okay.
worry, so I'm just explaining you the foundation map. Okay, so
Okay.
standardize the customer behavior schema, and then the data behaviors. Okay, schemas are something I have mentioned you, these are the skeleton. Okay, next is the
Okay.
data behaviors. In terms of the data behavior, so you can see the record or SDM individual profile, time series profile. There are two types of a profile when you are creating, so HTM individual profile and experience event profile. Okay,
Okay.
so more in detail, so you can go to the Adobe documentation. Okay,
Mm.
now data injection, flow service, data lake, or something likewise, right? So data injection in the sense like I have shown you in the down at the bottom of AEP, that you will be injecting the data, right? Either it is upstream data or downstream data. You know this technical term called upstream data or downstream data.
I know like batch ingestion and stream ingestion.
Yes, yes, yes. Batch injection comes from the comes. 1 minute. Batch injections comes under the uh, data injection method, that is the upstream data. Okay,
Okay,
because
okay.
like on the time period of that.
Time period.
Streaming
Okay.
injection in the sense like, so it is the real time data, right?
Mm.
So batch injection is you will be uploading some kind of a data by means of the time. Okay,
Yeah.
and streaming injection is the real time data.
No,
Okay,
when like, yes, sorry. You can the chat. You can just move it to left side. No, the chat
okay,
one. Can you move it to left side because this has gone in very much corner. This mind map, Adobe Experience Platform architecture, right? Oh no 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 no.
1 minute.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to tackle those huge enterprise platforms, the ones that feel like sprawling universes, and, well, give you the shortcuts. If you're working inside something like Adobe Experience Platform, AEP, welcome back to the deep dive. We're here.
Again, it takes time. Lot of time it will take. Okay.
Ah yes,
Application built on AEP. Again, it will go.
it's fine fine.
Let
Let
us
it
see.
let it.
Let us see. Okay.
Okay.
Mixed modeler, data system and core services, XDM model. Okay. So if you see here, I will try. Okay. So if you see here, I think you can able to see right
Yes
now.
yes 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 yes.
Okay, so XDM model and then so data injection. Next is the data set. Okay, data set is like, okay, you can able to do it like a data sets, right? And then so you can able to do it. Okay, whatever you are seeing is the data lake, right? So data sets or data lake that you will be storing. Okay, it is like your hard drive is there. Okay, it will store the data, right? In the
Okay.
same way it will store the profile, it will store all the data that is there in that. Okay, so the backend is Azure data platform that it is using, but okay, so in Adobe it is called the data lake. Okay,
Data
so
lake.
next is the customer data services, which I can able to tell you about the customer data profile, real-time customer profile, identity service. This and all comes later. Okay, so don't worry about this. Okay, this and all comes later. So as I mentioned, data governance so is handled by your manager or someone, and then so data collection technology is handled by you. Okay, where you will be taking so which kind of a data, right? So web SDK, API, or something like this. Okay, launch is done by this thing. So the main thing that you will be knowing is Adobe Experience Edge Network. Okay, all these things are called Edge Network. AEP works on the Edge Network, means like, okay, for example, say, have you heard of the torrents?
Torrents. Yes.
Okay, previously torrents, what it does is, okay, it will store some kind of a notes. Okay, like
Mm.
the cloud storage here also. So we will be instead of going into the AEP server directly, we will have a edge network. Okay, that will stores in form of nodes, so that so we will have a server side tagging, and then we will have the profile very cheaper, very injected in that, and then so it will be coming under this. Okay, more in detail, so you can go to the edge network and then learn it. Okay, edge AEP works on the edge network only. Okay, edge
Okay.
is something like, yeah, like whenever you are going into any kind of a knowledge or something like this, so you can able to know that nodes are being present, like your data, your 700 MB of data is stored in different systems, that is called peer networking. In terms of the edge networking, what we'll have is the nodes. Okay,
Mm.
for
Mm-hmm.
example, say you are connecting from Bangalore. Okay, there will be a server somewhere in US. Okay, that is called a data zone. Okay, so and it will not directly connect to that. Okay, it will connect to the New Delhi. Okay, which is the nearest node for you. Okay, likewise here
Uh-huh.
streaming will be happening, so that your data will be stored in your clientele system. Whenever we are going into the profile or unification, so then only your data all will be taken, and then so it will create a profile unification, so that it will be faster. Okay,
Okay.
so this and all I will not be covering AI and query, so which is out of the box right now. Okay, but AI and
Okay.
query is like, okay, it is like an SQL, so where you can able to do that, and SQL is not part of your um, session today. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, now I will be telling you about, okay, so these are the some kind of a questions that I will be asking you, okay, once after this, okay. Last 10 minutes will be your brainstorming session. Okay, so then I will be coming into that. Okay. And I will be asking you some quiz after the long session. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Until now, any doubts on this before we move into the lab?
Mm, no. So
Okay.
query capabilities, you said right now we don't need it, right? SQL, we write queries in that, no?
Sorry.
Right? Query services is there, right? Query services
Yes. Yes.
in that. So right now we are not touching it, no? Don't want.
No. No. I'll
Okay.
tell you, but it is not cup of coffee right now. If
Okay.
I have to go to query service, then it will go for 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. See, first step. Okay. So as I mentioned, so unification. So what is the unification? So then you have to take it forward. So right now, what you need to do is, okay. Let's go step by step. Okay. Give me 1 minute.
Hmm.
So let's create a schema. Okay. In the schema, right? What is a schema? A schema is something like a building block where you will be structuring the data as a schema. How to create a schema? Okay. So schema is something like, okay, you will be clicking on the create schema. Okay. Standard or relational schema. So whatever a schema is, what is a standard schema? Right, standard schema is something like you will be using the classes and field groups, you can able to do that. Next is the relational schema. Relational schema is non-hierarchical schema that you don't use classes or field group to capture the record data. What is the difference between record data and time series data? The record data is something like, okay, um 1 second,
Okay.
give me 1 minute,
Okay.
I'll take my pen.
Yeah.
My kid throw my pen somewhere. I can throw my pen that side. 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it. My kid will throw my what you call digital pen so somewhere else. Okay. Yeah. So let me open up the whiteboard. Can you able to see?
Not yet. I am seeing getting started with schemas.
Okay. Now can you able to see the whiteboard?
No.
Now you must have seen, right?
No, I'm just seeing that getting started. Okay, wait, it might come now.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Why this is not working? One minute.
Yeah.
One second, please. Yeah, I'll come
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Where is this? Hey Siri, open XP Pen tablet. Hey, it's not you. I'm talking to Siri. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So what I am trying to do is I want to open this whiteboard. Why it is not? Okay. So what I am trying to do is okay. So
No, you take your time.
uh,
That's fine. You can you can set it up that whiteboard.
okay. Now it's working. Okay. So what I am trying to do is okay. Now it is working. Okay. So let me clear it off. Okay. So now, okay, whenever you are logging into AEP, right?
Screen screen you're sharing.
Yes, I am sharing my screen.
No, it's not yet coming here.
One second, I'll reshare my screen.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, whenever you are seeing, you are seeing the whiteboard, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, so whenever you are writing the crap, I'll show you once again. I'm
Mhm.
resharing my screen.
Okay.
Can you able to see my screen right now? Whiteboard.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Whenever you are going to have AEP, okay.
You take your time. You can maybe set it up. No problem.
No. Okay. So whenever you are going to write, okay, whenever you are going to, one second, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, yeah.
No problem, no problem. Or do we want to use WordPad? WordPad you want to use?
No, 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 no. Actually, I need to use this, but unfortunately, my kid thrown my pen somewhere else.
Oh,
It's not working. 1 minute. Without that,
yeah, no, no. You can set it up, no problem.
I'm cleaning the this thing. Just 2 minutes. That's it. Okay, we can start. No problem.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, let us take this instead of wasting time. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So whenever you are doing any kind of a thing, right? So what it does is, okay, it does the customer discovery. Next, it comes to the data lake and profile data.
Uh,
Next,
you are on whiteboard, right?
no, I'm not. I'm on configure and manage AEP
No, 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 no.
presentation.
It's here. It's whiteboard.
Let me. Can you able to view my screen? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay. So it will be converting into the profile data. Next, it will be configuring, and then so whatever
No,
you are doing is
once again, I'm seeing Arun Kumar that screen, our screen only. Yeah, we are. I'm seeing.
now.
Yeah, milestones. I'm seeing.
Yes. Okay.
We can
Now,
do so. We can do without that pen, no? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I'm not using pen. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is, okay, like can you able to see my screen?
yeah, implementation
Okay.
phase, right?
Yes, implementation phase. Okay, first you will be doing the discovery phase, and then so you will be getting the architecture of that. Next, the data lake can be implemented. Next, the profile data. Okay, whatever the profile that you are getting, right? So you will be doing that. So you will be in this phase, okay, profile data and configure phase, where you will be doing all kinds of implementation. Okay,
Okay.
there I will be explaining you, and then so you will be importing, and then all these things. So these all which are converted into the blue or something which are relating to the business users, not you. Okay,
Mhm.
which are relating to the red. Okay, these are coming under our bucket. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the things, right? Okay, now coming into this. Okay, first you will be injecting the data, okay, into this, and then the schemas will be created. And once after the schemas are there, okay, you will be doing the data governance. This is the step 3. Next you will be creating the data sets. Okay, in the data sets, whatever the data that you are doing, right, so you will be creating the data sets. Next, identities. Next you will be creating the profile, and then so you will be creating audiences and destinations. So these are the things, right? Okay, now, okay, so I can cover it up, okay, in terms of that unification or something. Okay, let me open one this thing, and then so I can show you. Okay, so this is the real use case. Okay, this is the real use case. Okay, where I want, okay, for example, say a person has asked the abandoned browsing event. Okay, and what kind of an, can able to understand what I am trying to say?
Yeah, yeah. Abandoned browsing event. Got it.
Yeah. So abandoned browsing event browses the product but leaves. Okay. And then the event captured. So what I will be doing is I'll be injecting the data, okay, before you, and then so I will be explaining you how to do that the entire data analysis. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'll be logging into the tool. Okay. And then I will be showing you real. Okay. So this is the real implementation that I am going to do right now. Okay.
Okay.
First you
Yeah.
will be creating the schema. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in the schemas, okay, what you will be doing is that, so it is a training sandbox. Okay, so first you will be creating the standard schema. Okay, so there are two types. One is manual schema, next is ML assisted schema. Okay, manual schema in the sense you will be adding it manually. So as of now, so I am not going to do it. Okay, because of the time consuming factor. So I will be uploading the ML assisted schema. So in this ML assisted schema, so I will be uploading the data set. So what is an individual profile? So individual profile is something like, okay, your name, email ID, phone number, so which comes under the XDM individual profile. So
Okay.
what is an experience event? In the sense it will comes under what kind of an event, the browser event or something likewise. And then the custom classes are something like you can able to do n number of things. Okay, right now I will be taking the individual profile. Okay, and click
Okay.
on next. Okay, and then I will be dragging and dropping of the CSV file that I will have. Okay, so I will be giving the experience platform. Okay, in that experience platform, so I will be taking the activity. Okay, and I will be taking one kind of a item, right? I want to implement. Okay, so sorry, not this one.
You are like I am on that drag and drop files page.
Yes, drag and drop only. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I am trying to do is, okay, so I will be taking it ahead, and then so I will be selecting this thing. So give me activity guide, sorry, activity files. Okay, I'll go into the US files, and I will be data files, and then so I will be uploading the whichever
Uh,
the schema that I want,
yeah.
right?
You're
Yeah,
showing it to me or
I'm showing it to you, right?
no? I am
I'm
drag and drop files is there.
drag and drop only, right? So here I am uploading that file.
No, from where that file came that was not visible.
That file is visible from my system. It is from
Like
my system, my local system.
So it's a sample data file and not
Yeah,
data source or something.
it is a sample data file. Okay, so wherein, so I will be clicking on next. It will automatically create the schema, right? So it will automatically create the schema.
Like,
Schemas are,
if in case like manual was there no earlier, if we wanted to create group fields, then how like field
yeah,
group?
I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, so here first name, last name, so it will automatically create. Okay, if you want to create an additional, so create an additional new fields. Okay, I don't have any problem right now. The time will not permit me to go ahead into each and everything and then explain you, right? So it is like that, right? So I will be taking the source field, and then the target field is already 6 here, and right now you can see, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you are having underscore AEP partner, this is called what is this is called tenant ID. Okay, tenant ID is the company name. Okay, tenant ID is the company name. Okay, so and then so you can able to create the schema like CRM data. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, your person will be like whatever your architecture will say, so you can able to do that. So here you can see, right, email, first name, gender, last name, right? Click on finish, right? Okay, so why it is unknown error? Oh, we have exhausted the this thing, so that's why it is coming the unknown error. Yeah, we have exhausted this training sandbox. Okay, that's why this is coming as we have not paid. My company has not paid. Okay, so for the training. Okay, so here you can see, right, so it will automatically create, so that's why it is not creating. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so and once after the schema is done, right, so in the schema, so I has a mention, so next is the event data set, right? So I'll be like a manual in the sense like you will be selecting it manual. Okay, and then so selecting the experience event, and then you will be having the schema display name as event. Okay, whatever the name of it, and then so
Mm.
you will be clicking on finish, adding of this thing, so okay, which will take a lot of time. Okay,
No,
so
that stitching happens no when we select one primary ID. So now you drag the
not
file
now,
so
not
it,
now, not now. Okay, once
okay.
after the schema is created, okay, there you will be adding the field groups. Okay,
Uh,
whatever the field groups that you are. So I am not going to tell you about the field groups. Okay, field groups are something like you can able to add it. Okay, what are field groups? Okay, field groups are something which you can able to say. Okay, like the reusable components that allow you to extend the schemas. Like you are being a parent, right? You
okay.
are being a student. Okay, so at the college, so you are a student. At the after your marriage, you are a parent, so I can able to reuse your name again and again, right? So likewise, so you can able to do it. Okay, and then the identities. Okay, identities and relationships are something like, so I will be explaining you about the identities.
No, no.
Identities are,
Yeah, that file you just uploaded, no?
yes,
One file you use, no?
that is personal.
No, no, no.
We
Yeah,
have exhausted, the amount.
no,
Okay,
no, no.
we
Yeah, that is, I know. I am asking like in real time when we are working, so we get these files from manager architecture or someone, or we have to create it manually. Like, do they give
we
this?
have to create it manually. Okay, if at all the data is there, if at
Mhm.
all the business user is coming from AWS or any bucket, so you will have that, and you will be creating that. So in my company, so I will be creating that. Yeah.
I mean, like manually from starting, you will be creating, right?
Not manually, so we will get the fields. Okay, and then so
Fields.
we'll get the
Uh-huh.
data. Okay, we
Mhm.
will be doing that. So what are the fields that are there, so we will know. Okay, everything is architecture. Okay,
Mhm.
so we
Mhm.
know the architecture, and
Okay.
according to the architecture, so I will be preparing the schemas.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That architecture that is given, right? From
that is given. So that is given. So
I mean, like,
you,
do you have a copy of something like how they
I
give
don't
it?
want to share anything. Yeah, sorry.
That I mean, like without the like just the how it looks like without company name or something like that. Just field groups it will have, right?
Yes. See here. If you see here, okay, this one I will be sharing you. See
Uh,
here,
I'm seeing
okay.
the
No,
structure.
no, no, no. I'll show you. I'll show you. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
Please give me 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
I signed NDA. Okay. So that architectures or something which I could not show you. Okay. Yeah. If you want sample architecture, I can able to download and give it to you, but I cannot show my company's architectures. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Can you able to see my screen, which is opening appointment, right?
No, no, I'm seeing Arun Kumar screen.
Okay. Can you able to see my screen right now?
That list is there, no? Email address, owner ID.
Yes. See here the email ID. Okay, this is one field. Okay, and so whatever you are seeing, right? Owner ID, first name, last name. So when you upload, okay, this all comes under this
Got it. Got it.
schema. Okay, so this one, so we will get. Okay, so how the data will be looking like. Okay,
Okay.
so like LO first name, LO last name. So likewise, we will be preparing the architecture. Okay, you want
Okay.
a sample architecture, right? So I will be giving you sample architecture that
Yeah.
will be downloading by
Yeah. Sure.
sample
No,
arch
that later we can do, right?
yeah, architecture of AEP schema. Yeah, dot XLS. Okay, I'll be giving you right now, right away. Yeah, you can see this blog.
Okay. In chat, you're putting it, huh? Chat
Yes,
box.
I am placing it on chat. Yes. Okay, so you can take a look at it and then so you can able to do that. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
let me continue. Okay, so experience event, so you will be adding the classes and identities. Now I will be coming in.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, admin, this thing is there. Screen.
Yes. Okay, so let me share my screen once again, and yeah, now you must have seen the AEP screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so whatever the event is, so you will be adding the field groups, and then so you will be adding. So for example, say I can able to add the relationships. What is the relationship? Relationship is the same thing like you will have a reference schema, and then you can able to do the one-on-one or one-to-many. So my platform supports only one-on-one. Okay, my platform supports training sandbox supports only one-on-one, not one-to-many. Okay, so here I will be selecting which type of a schema that I want to. Okay, and I will be applying. So and then the identity namespace that I need to explain you. So what is an identity namespace in the sense like which is the reference pointer that I need to take it forward. So that is called the identity namespace. Okay. For example, say event merge ID is there. Okay. For this event merge ID, so what is the identity that I need to take? Okay. Is it a primary identity? Primary identity in the sense there will be one primary identity per schema. This is the
Okay.
interview question.
Okay.
What is a primary identity in SQL, you know, right? So the primary
Yeah.
identifier
Yeah.
is the main
Main.
identifier for this, okay,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is unique across all the tables,
Yeah.
right? Which is unique across the all the tables. Okay, for For any company, so email ID stands out a primary identity, or else it will be like a CRM ID, or else it will be like a product ID, or else identity map field. So that will be right. So and then the identity namespace you need to select. Okay, which is the identity namespace that I want to. For example, say I am selecting the user ID. Okay, user ID is my primary identity. So I will be creating a demo ID, and then so I will be creating a primary identity field as something. Okay, now that another question will come. Okay, so in a schema, how many primary identities are to be there? So one identities per schema, and then secondary identities are too many. Okay,
Yeah.
secondary identities are too many. Okay, this is one of the interview question. Okay, now coming into the last part. Okay, into the schemas. Okay, in the schemas, okay, while you are doing all types of schemas, right? So you need to know, so what are the data types? Okay, data types are something like, okay, so which are the data types are, you can search for Google. Okay, the data types in AEP, there are 12 data types. Okay, that is like, okay, for example, say data type of string, match, value. Okay, these are all calls under the data type. Okay, so standard data types are there and custom data types are there. Okay, so
Mm.
standard, for example, say I'll tell you. Okay, so name, name comes under the string data
String.
type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, for example, say phone number comes under the
Indeed.
num
Num data.
data
Yeah.
type. There is no integer here. Okay,
Okay.
there is no integer here. Okay, so and then either it is what we call the date comes under the date data type. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
and email ID comes under the email ID data type. So
Yeah.
likewise, so you can able to discuss about the
So
data
now we
types.
are on the standard. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So a lot of things. Okay. So right now, so you can see the relationship. My platform supports only one-on-one relationship. There are one too many. Okay. There are one too many. My platform will not support one too many. Okay,
So
because
this
my
is, yeah, this is training. That's why it is not supporting the your company's Quadro that will support, right? One to many.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So and so next comes to the data sets. Okay, data sets are something like, okay, you will be having a data set, and then so you will be you will be creating the data set. Data set is like a unification of all the data that you will be. So one, there are two ways to create the data set. Okay, what is a data set? It stores all the information of the profiles, audience, or whatever it might be. So create data set from schema. Okay, right now you have created two schemas. Okay, so CRM data, which is an individual profile event. Okay, and then click on next. Here one thing, so when I am creating the data set, right, so here you can able to take it forward, so by using the schema. Okay, number one is the schema, okay, that you have created. Then second way is, okay, you can able to create the data set by using, by
fine.
uploading the file. Okay, so so and I will be creating the finish and then choose file, whichever the file that I want to choose. Okay, so I will be uploading the data. Okay, so this will take lot of time. Okay, and it will add the data, and then so here you can see, right, so there are two types. Okay, enable partial injection means like your file has lot of error data. Okay, then if you are creating the partial injection, that means that you are creating 15 percentage, then also this will work. Okay, then also it will work. Okay, 15 percentage of the error threshold. Okay, once after error threshold is reached to 15 percentage, and then you will see failure message here. Okay, next
Yeah.
after that you have corrected and then you have done it, then after that so it will be starting from 15 percentage. Okay, 15, 14, 13 likewise. So that's why error threshold percentage should be always 15 as for the best practice. Yeah,
Okay.
click
So
on
this
finish.
now we are into so now you did ingestion through file, right? If we had to
Yes.
do it through any source API source, then
What? Sorry.
now we ingested it through a file which you already had, right? The data we
Yes.
filled. So
Yes.
in case if we had to do it from some source, other source, data source.
I still yet I have not come there. Okay, let's go
Okay.
step by step. Okay, don't follow Google. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So now that's how data management is completed. Okay, now you have asked me. Okay, how we can able to do that. And another question that you will be following is, okay, how much time it will take in order to process? It depends upon the data. Okay.
Okay.
And so the profile data. So what is a profile data? Profile in the sense like if it is a XTM individual profile, so you will be creating a profile and enable for lookup. What is a lookup data set? What is a lookup?
What is that?
What is a lookup?
In Microsoft Excel or here, like
Here in analytics also lookup is there. So what is a lookup?
customized field, huh? Any kind of customized, like there were three schemas right now: individual, event, and one more was
Lookup is something like in a data set. Okay, so you will be looking up. Okay, in terms of the Excel file, right? So in
mhm.
terms of the Excel, so you will be looking up. So if there are two or three different schemas that you want to have a
Okay.
lookup, right? So you will be creating a lookup, right? So lookup in the sense like it will be extracting the lookup of that. Okay, until now, any doubts?
No, like that
Oh,
only that doubt, which the data ingestion happened through file, no? So I think it is processing now. In case if it was through some source, no, like Google
till yet
Ads.
I have not came there. Okay, till yet I
Okay.
have not came there. Okay, so this is the general procedure, and then the funda is completed. Okay,
Okay.
now okay, going
Okay.
into the connections. Okay, so in the connections, okay, for example, say your file is somewhere. Okay, you want to create a data flow. Okay, so for us, okay, so you will be taking which are the data sources. Okay,
Mhm.
right, so you will be doing all kinds of an actions from here. Okay, for example, say I want to take the CRM data. Okay, these
Okay.
are called the OOTB connectors. These are
Ah,
called the OOTB connectors, out of the box connectors. You will be setting up of the data, and then so you can able to do that. As of now I don't have anything. Okay, so because all these things are client
line.
trainings
Mhm.
under box, so I can only show you. I cannot able to inject any data because I will get an email tomorrow morning. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
okay. So here I can show you only one. Okay, as of now. Okay, and I will be showing you. I will click on my sources. Okay, because already we have exhausted the budget. Okay, and
Yeah.
again if I inject again, the costing will go up, and then so an email will come to us from Adobe, no reply at adobe.com to pay the bill. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So here what I will be doing is, so add local file. Okay, either you have local file, you can able to do it. I have already added the local file. Okay, and
Okay.
then so I have added the data collection. So data collection in the sense like what you call that stream that you are saying, right? So here that
Ah,
stream, which or that stream that I will be selecting, right? So
got
that one, so I will be adding it. Okay,
got it. Got
so
it. Yeah.
if I want to add this no, this stream, so I will be adding it, and then so I will be selecting this stream, and then I can able to add it accordingly. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
now this is different. Okay, so your persons like
Adobe,
developers are to
Adobe.
implement.
I am on Adobe applications page in that catalog.
Yes,
Okay.
so this one is different. Okay, data collection is not implemented by AEP person. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay, now the sources are done. Okay, so what if what is a data flow? A data flow is something like you have created a data flow, and then you will be flowing. So here you can see, right? So
Yeah.
what are the data flow that we have set up, right? So you will be activating it, and then so you will be sending the data, right?
Okay. Got it.
So And then the accounts are something like, okay, if you have different multiple accounts or something like this, we don't have any accounts. Okay, so keypads are something so which you are using for enterprise. So this is the training sandbox, so you don't have that much of capability to create an accounts here. Okay,
Yeah. Oh,
so
okay.
next is the destination. In terms of the destination, in the sense, once after the activation is done, okay, you will be sending it to this. For example, say we have sent it to different destination. This data,
Are
okay.
you showing some screen, other screen?
So, are you seeing right now?
Activate your audience.
Yes, this
Use.
one. Okay, destinations are something like you will be sending this data, whatever the data that you have, you will be sending the data to the outside. Okay, for example, say I am sending it to the S3 bucket. Okay, so I will be sending this data by means of the activate, and then so I will be sending this by means of the workflow, and you will be selecting the audience. Okay, into this S3 bucket. Okay, click on next, and I will be selecting the audience, which are the audience that I have unified. I will be selecting the audience. For example, say if I want to select this audience, there are 5587 profile counts. All right, so I'll be selecting this audience, and then I will be selecting that. So if it is daily or this thing, so you can able to map. uh, so this is called a data mapping. So which are the source file and then the target field, so attribute, right? So htm person dot first name has to be targeted in that excel file, so which you are sending is the attribute like person dot first name. So if you have more fields, okay, you will be having add mapping, and you will be selecting the which of the source field is. For example, say
Uh,
I am selecting this birth date. Okay, and I'll be selecting this birth date, and then so the attribute will be automatically created. Okay, and so deduplication key, it is not required as of now. So mandatory key you need to know. Okay, mandatory key in the sense like this, your data should must and should send this data. Okay, that is the mandatory. Deduplication key in the sense like, so this data, so which are the data that you are creating, right? So it is a deduplicate data. So until now, do we have any doubts?
no, so the mapping happens in destinations, right? After
Yes.
the source below.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So once after the data is injected, so now you what you need to do is that, so you need to merge it. Okay. So what is a merge policy? Merge policy is something like you will merging all the data sets into one. Okay. And then there are two types of a merge policies. One is the time based and record based. Okay. Time based in the sense like, so at the event of occurring. So for example, say you have 100 records right now, so from 100 to 200, if you are doing that, okay, so like next time you have injected the data, and then again another batch comes, right? So on the time series of data, so you will be doing that. Generally the merge policy is default time based as per this. And then if you want to create like a record data, okay, record data in the sense like Ramu, Ravi or something like that, right?
Hmm.
So that are called record data. So you it will create a private graph, and then so you can able to do it, right? And then so active and merge policy in the sense like it will be creating in terms of the edge component. Okay,
No.
so merge policy, I will not do, but I will be telling you how to do that. Okay, create merge policy, create a merge policy name, and then so you can able to do it. Okay, as of now, I will not save it. Okay, what are the merge policies? I will be selecting, and then ID stitching. What is a ID stitching in the sense for any user? So it will be creating a private graph. Okay, create on next. Okay, and then so which data set that you want, okay, you will be creating the data set, right? So I'll be just selecting the timestamp ordering, because like whatever the new data that I have done, so it will be on timestamp, so I don't want to do it in the record data set. Okay, click on next. Okay, when to use timestamp or when to use record time series in the sense like, if your new data is injecting on daily basis or incremental basis, so then you need to do the time series. Okay, whenever you have the data and then you have fixed data, okay, you are just juggling around the data, then you have to use the record data set. Okay, and then so if you click on create, so it will be creating a new merge policy, and all the new profile data sets will be merged into the event data set and then create a UCP. How it will be, right? So it will be creating like this. Okay, let me show you one. Okay, union schema, and then if you can see all the schemas that you have created, right? So it will be creating an UCP. This is a unified context, and then all the schemas are been merged. Whatever the schemas that are there in this, okay, are been merged, and then it will be showing you, right? So which are the objects, which are the POCs, okay, which are these things, okay. All the companies are been connected, and then so it will create a one contributing UCP profile schema, and then whatever you are doing, right, identities, that means that all your company data will be unified. Whatever the sources that you have, whatever the destinations that you have, whatever the schemas that you have, all will be clubbed into one. Okay, and then so here you will be adding data set, which data set that you have injected right now, right? So I will be adding that data set. Right now I have added these two data sets, right? So I will be adding this add selected data set right now. So as the schema like web data, so I will be adding this data. Okay, so I'll be doing this, and then so it will be all types of a schemas are being developed. Okay, right? So
Yep.
until now, any doubts?
Uh, no.
Okay, next is the audience are something like,
Can
okay.
you just cancel that blue color? No.
Okay, audience, it cannot be covered in 2 hours. Okay, AEP. Okay, frankly to be said. So I will be telling you, audience are something like, okay, you will be creating an audience, and then so you will be writing the rules. Okay, in order to create the audience. Okay, so that's what. Okay, it is not your job. I think you can go to the experience league and then you can able to do it. Okay. Next is the identities. Identities are something like, okay, you will be having a set of the names, or you will be doing some kind of a names, right? For example, say email ID. So for that email ID, so you will your identity namespace is email. So likewise you will be having an identity, means like you are a person. Okay, that will be configured by means of your ID. Okay, whatever the ID that you have in your company, right? Whatever your designation, that is called the identity. Identity is something like, so you can able to do. So more in detail, so you can go to the experience league, and then so you can able to know what it is, right? Do you
Okay.
have any doubts at the high level?
No.
Okay. For every identity, so there will be a graph that will be created, so you can go to the each of this graph, and then so you can able to see how this, for example, say, um, for each and every customer, so there will be a graph, okay, that will be created by means of this graph. Okay, you can able to use it, or else which activity you can check it out. Okay, so there is a video by like identity namespace by Adobe, so you can able to take it forward. Until now, so you have any doubts? Yeah.
No.
the step the steps are, first you will be taking into the data. Okay, you will be creating the schema data set, data injection will happen. Once after the data set is created, so you will be applying the connections, and then you will be doing that, and then in the customer module you will be creating the profile attributes, XTM events, and then so you will be creating an audience according to the rules and use cases that are being provided by the customer, and then next is the identities.
Yeah.
Yes. Until now, so you have played with AEP. Okay.
No.
Until now, you have played with AEP. Okay. Now, what happens in the CDP environment? So CDP is something like, so you will be doing that, and then you will be doing that. So summarizing the whole conversation on the CDP, so CDP can able to use for kind of an implementation. So in terms of that, and then the data discovery is the first one, and then you will be enabling that, and you will be creating a kind of a this thing, so which comes under the entire thing, right? Okay. Any doubts until on AEP?
No, that data set which we created right now from the file, is it created? So that only we can use, no? Now in CJ
Yes,
to pull.
yes,
Is it
yes.
created there on the left side?
It is created.
Can we see that once data set? Yeah, the like I can just remember the name. It was web data something you gave the name. The
Yes,
first one, no, both of them.
yes.
One is
Both
experience
of
and
them.
one is event, right? One is
Yes,
experience, one is event, right?
yes,
Okay, this we took. So this monitoring, like audience and all on this data set, on these two data sets only you did, right?
yes.
Okay, okay. Like it's already selected inside that. It will be auto selected while we are doing that audience segmenting. Auto selected
Audi-
both.
Sorry, I could not able to understand your question.
uh, I'm asking like these two data sets when you showed no that audience profiling and everything, it will
Hmm.
happen in these two, right? In these two data sets which you just
So
created, it is auto
audience
selected.
is something like, okay, I'll tell you. Okay, profiles. Okay, in the profile, so you need to add data set to the profile. Then only it will be considered into the audience. Okay, so audience
Okay.
are something like, okay, you are going into the store and then so you are just doing all these activities, right? So like for example, say category of men t-shirt. Okay, you will be counted as an audience of that men t-shirt, right? Okay, so likewise, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have 9 minutes. Okay, yeah. Let us go into the.
We can extend no a bit. We had already had problems, no. So some minutes you can extend, right? After 11.
Let us see.
Okay.
Okay, so now going into the CJ, right?
Okay.
I'll finish, no problem. Okay,
No, like
yeah. Okay, see, for example, say
no, can
customer
you
journey
just
analytics.
pause, recording for 1 second?
Okay. Hmm. So this training the sandbox, okay, is completely new for us. Okay, so day before yesterday only we have got this customer journey analytics. Okay, that's why you are not seeing anything here. See, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so when you are taking the data management, right, so you will be,
Can
can
you
you
just
able to see my screen
no, data management? I'm not able to see. You can scroll a bit down.
now?
No, it's
Now?
no connection or data views.
Ah, yeah, this is what I want to see. Okay, so this one
Once,
has,
so
yeah.
you are already into CJ, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So the steps for logging into CJ is experience.adobe.com, and then so you can able to do that. And so as we have not, our company has not paid for the training sandbox for CJ, right? So that's why I'll be showing you in the live environment, but I will not share anything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the components, right? So in the components, you will have this components, segments, calculator metrics, and everything. Okay. So first, you need to create a data view. Okay. Where is this? For,
Earlier it was coming. Earlier,
yeah, yeah. Earlier it was coming. No, they have removed. I think. One
uh,
second. I
approach.
should have access to that. 1 minute.
Now you have, right? You don't have access.
Oh, okay.
Data connection creating you don't have.
I don't have that. Okay. Let me show you that. Okay. That
Once again, 1 second. So
one.
1 second, data view and connection currently you don't have. So probably we can start by component only. Then no other.
1 minute. 1 minute. fuck. Um, 1 second. Just a second. Yeah. See it. Okay. So go to the data management. Okay. Next
Okay.
connections. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Create new connection. Okay. So then, okay. So this is different login. Okay. So you won't get that data sets into here. Yeah. We'll utilize whatever the data sets that are there. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So the one which we created from was from different ID, right?
Yes.
Okay. So ideally, like for an experience of 8 years, how much we can say, how much implementations we have done? Like 13, we can say, right? 13 or 14.
You will be cut for 8 years. CJA or AEP?
CJ implementation on AEP.
CJ implementation on AEP. So CJ has been came last 2 years back only. How can you say that eight implementations that you have done?
How many I can say then?
3 or 4.
3 or 4
Yeah, yeah,
implementations. No,
yeah.
the whole full enterprise level. This thing.
Okay.
Three or four.
So
Three
then
or four,
also
right?
three,
3 or 4
three
I'll tell.
you can mention. Okay. So next is like, so you will be adding the data sets, which are the data sets that are there. So that are from my experience platform. So you will be selecting that. Okay. And then so you either it is lookup data set or either it is what you call profile snapshot. Yeah. What is a profile snapshot?
It's a data set created, no, already. The name profile is like customer record, right? Name, email ID.
What is the
Phone.
difference in between profile snapshot and profile individual profile? This is one of the interview questions. So you can go ahead and then so you can able to see it. Okay. So and then segment whatever the lookup data set, what is a lookup data set, what is a profile data set, what is a event data set. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this you need to know. So when you are going to implement CJ. Okay.
Okay.
So click on next and so you will be selecting the dataset settings. Okay. Here what is the person ID that you will be taking it and you will be selecting that. Okay. What is the person ID? So identity map. Okay. So what are the namespaces? So you can able to take the web data. This is the web data. Okay. And so here you can see all the data that are there, so you will be getting it, and then so it will be injected into that. And the lookup data, what is the person data that I want to person ID, so that is the identity map that I will be using, and then so I will be selecting that whichever the data that is, right? So and here you can able to select it. Okay, here two things. Okay, backfill all existing data, in the sense like, so whatever the data that is there, right? So you can able to do the backfill. Okay, so backfill is 60 days, okay, for us. Okay, so for you it depends upon the company to company, right? So
Oh, okay.
for me, if you want to join the table, so I will be joining the table by means of the created user ID, and then matching data, whichever the matching data that is there. So and then whichever the data source type is there, right? So I'll be adding the data sets. Okay, and AO output, UPS in the sense unified profile set. Okay, unified profile schema or unified profile data. Okay, and you will be seeing all this data, and then whichever the data that you are, right? So whenever it is coming as green, so that means that yours are correct. Okay, I don't have the destination namespace mapping, and lookup data set I don't, like I can give you like connection spec id as a this thing, and then so I can able to have the matching key here. So what is a matching key, in the sense like that data set has the matching key. For example, say your name or email id is in the data set, then it is known as a matching key, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Next, click on add data sets. It will be added to the data sets. It will take some time, but it will be taking here. So whenever you are adding it, so make sure that, so without for, it should be sandbox one. Okay. Okay, so it will be doing that, and then so if you want, you can able to enable the rollout window. So far as 2 months is the better option. Okay, and
Hmm.
then so you can see the connection map. Okay, how that profile mapping is done, and then how that UPS is getting created, right? So and once after this is done, right? So here connection preview, if you can able to see the connection preview, you can able to see this is the testing phase, how you can able to do it. Okay, average number of daily events I will give as this one will come, right? It will take some time. That means that, so whatever the events that you have added, so it will show you like this. Okay, so you can able to take it, and then you can test it out. Average number of less than 1 million, so I will be saying one event summary. Okay, I have to add another data set. I will be adding the event data set, because I haven't added any event data set.
Oh,
Okay, so I will be adding that event data set. Okay, and I will be selecting the identity map. Okay, timestamp is that, and then whichever the data is, I will be selecting the web data. Okay, and non-profile, I will be selecting the email as a testing, and then whichever the data that is there, so I will be selecting it. So for merging the data sets in EEP, so you need at least one event data set plus one profile data set. Okay, so and what are the lookup or something, so that depends upon your company to company, right? Yeah.
okay.
Now I have created a new plus web RMR plus new plus web connection. Okay. Next I will be coming into the,
Components.
yeah. So next I will be coming into the data views. Okay. So what is a data views, in the sense like, so what are the data that you have? So think it as in under Adobe Analytics, it is like a report shoot, master report shoot, and then you have a virtual report shoot. Think it like that. Okay, that means that, so the view of the data that you are creating. Okay, according to that, like I will be selecting the connection, and then so I will be selecting what kind of a view that I want. Okay, and then so what is the external ID that you want, and you will be selecting it. Okay, so here you need to know, so what is a container. Okay, For
Yeah.
example, say you have a hot tea. Okay, as for example, say you have a hot tea in your pan. Okay, or any milk pan or something. Okay, and then so you are pouring into different cups. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, for your mom, for your dad, another cup likewise. In the same way, whenever you have the data set, exam individual profile plus event, whatever it is, right? So it will be created in three forms here. Okay, the containers will be three, like person. Okay, what are the person? For example, say Ramu is a person, he will sit in the person data. Whatever the other activities like name, email id, phone number, these all comes under the person container. Okay, next
Okay.
is the session container, which is container whichever the data that you are having, right? So if it is tied up with the session, so that is called the session data. Event is the sense like whatever the event that you are doing on the website, okay, or you are doing the ClickUp action, or whether you are deleting that, or else whether you are going into that, so that comes under the event data set. Okay,
Okay.
so save and continue. And then you can able to select the data. I have no objection. So I haven't created any data. Right. And
Ah.
then see here. Okay. So in the schema fields, you need to know so which kind of an event that is. Okay. Either lookup data and then don't add all. Okay. Don't add all. Okay. So here which in your workspace, so whichever the report, okay, that you want, add which are required in the data view. Okay, one best practice is, okay, add the schema fields or add the matrices and dimensions which are required in the workspace. Okay, your persons or your CJ experts will be able to do that. Okay, like they will be giving you some ideation, and then so please add that only. Okay, and then if you want to add some segments, you can able to add it here. So right now I don't want to add it. Okay, now here I have created this thing. Okay, now I will be coming into the components. Okay, components are something like so which I can able to explain you like annotations or audience. Okay, here you need to know about the audience. What is an audience? Audience is something like so you are just grouping the audience by means of the this thing. So for this you will be creating an audience, and then you will be naming the audience and which data set, which connection that you want to, and then so which of the frequency that you want, you can able to drag and drop here. Okay, so
Okay.
likewise you will be creating the audience. Okay, so audience in the sense like it is not cup of coffee. If you are a CJ developer, you will be going more into the audience. Okay, and then so you will be using that. Okay, and then the other things that you will be using is exports are in the sense like so where you want this data to be exported. So if it is like an AWS or Amazon account or something likewise, you will be clicking on add account, and then so you will be giving the location name. Okay, or which is the account type, that is okay, it is AEP landing zone or S3 bucket or Google platform or Snowflake. Okay, so you will be selecting that, and then so you will be giving the information. Okay, so that is the destination of the data that you will be sending. Okay, now that okay, so you are calculated metrics are something like if you want to calculate, for example, so this is the calculator metrics that that my team has written. Okay, so Martha Murthy has written. Okay,
Okay.
mobile app revenue. So here what I will be doing is that so I will be adding this, and then so I will be dragging and dropping the matrices and dimensions. Okay, so whichever it
Yeah.
is, right? So likewise, so you will be creating lot of matrices, lot of dimensions in the component section. Now that okay, so your stakeholders want the report. Okay, your stakeholders wants the report. Okay, for example, say uh, I want AEP report. Okay, how many unified profiles are there in my data? and what are the conversions that are coming under this. Okay, I'll be selecting my own data set. 1 minute. Create project, create this. Okay, and I will be selecting my own data set. What is the name of the data set? Yep, yep. I think what is the name of the data set that I have created? Sorry, I
Web,
forgot.
web,
Web.
web,
Okay.
yeah, web.
RMR. FADS. Let me give one good name. Give as Pawan. Okay. Okay. Data view is saved successfully. Okay. And I want to add some of the schema fields like profile data sets into this. Okay. So in the profile data sets, I want to have profile snapshot and then whichever the data that you are having, right? So you can able to add that. Okay. So and then the I want to add matrices. Okay, so Adobe matrices, first time sessions I want, returning sessions I want, time spent per session. So what are matrices? Matrices are tied up with numbers. Okay, dimensions are tied up with the matrices, right?
Yeah,
So you know very well. Okay,
yeah,
so and I will be using the time spent per person. So whatever it is, and then save and continue. Okay. Now data view pawan is created, and then so if you want to add lot of segments, so you can able to do. So what is a segment is like a grouping. Okay,
yeah,
create project, create. Okay. Now that I have created pawan, right? Okay, pawan, I have this data view. Okay, now whenever you are creating that, so it will be selecting the data view. Okay, and then so what I want is, okay, I want the time spent per person on time spent per session on events. Okay, and I want to see, okay, how many people are there. Okay. First of all, I'll take this time spent per. Okay, now that so why you are not getting this data? Okay, see here. Okay, 2023. So this is
yeah,
not 2023, right? So it is today
yeah.
because I have done it today, right? So I will take this month, okay, as a data.
Mm.
Apply to all panels. Okay, even though it is 0 just because so we this is a sandbox and then so we don't have web data that is connected.
Yeah,
Okay, just we have injected all the data, daily average visits. Okay, and then so what not, so you can able to do whatever you like to do. Okay, so
okay.
likewise you can able to create. Okay, now that so you can able to see here, right? So the visualization, so you know very well about
Yeah,
the visualization as a analytics person. So
yeah,
what is there in analytics and then what is not there in analytics, I will tell you. Okay, there is a journey canvas. Okay, this journey canvas in the sense like, so you will be selecting the matrices accordingly, and you will be building, means like how the journey is flowing from people container to time spent per person, so it will show you. Okay, and you can able to build, okay, lot of nodes on that. Okay, whatever the nodes that you want, so you can, so once the data is there, so you can able to have a segment here, and then you can able to create the journey canvas. Okay, next, the other thing that I want to tell you is all are same. Okay, there is no this thing. So the other thing is the cohort table. What is a cohort table?
Yeah, this yeah, we had it in Adobe as well.
Adobe as well. Okay, the main difference in between that, okay, there will be an inclusion and return. Okay, so here the cohort table is something likewise. Okay, so it is calculated on the person. There it is calculated on the visitor data, hit level data. Here it is calculator, visitor, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Even yeah.
so here it is calculated on the person. Okay, not on the visitor hit level data. Here
Okay.
it is calculated on the person. So this is the main difference. Okay, nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one, all things are same.
Then
Okay,
once again, that can you just show that left side top panel if you go?
I'll tell you. I'm going one by one. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, please bear with me. Okay, last one is the fallout. Okay, in that also the fallout is there. Okay, here also the fallout is there. What is the main difference is the sense it is
People.
on the people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that is what is the main difference. Okay, yeah. Now these are new guided analysis. Okay, retention trends, funnel frequency, conversion trends, active growth. Okay, these are predefined. Okay, and then so if you are creating an active growth, okay, it will only automatically show you that. Okay, as of now we have zero data in all these things, so it is not, you can go through it. Okay, conversion trends, what are the conversion trends, frequency, net growth, retention. Okay, mainly the person will ask around the retention, so how is the retention strategy that you will be creating, right?
Yeah.
So likewise, so you can able to go ahead and then see what it is. Okay, now the difference in between that in this is the attribution. Okay, this is the last one, so that I can able to go. So what is an attribution in the sense like the success metric, and then the channel that you are using, and then the models. Okay, what are the kinds of a models? Last touch, first touch, and linear, and participation, and same touch. So in CJA, so you will not have the same touch. Okay, because same touch will be zero. Okay, whereas in Adobe Analytics or something, the same touch will be there, because it is on the visitor hit level. So here the person, the same touch is zero, right?
Yeah.
For example, say Ramu is coming, and then he is now creating a session data. He is coming from various device right now, so I have created the same touch. Same touch is always zero,
Okay.
right? Okay, last touch, okay, first touch, learn linear touch, so I no need to
Yeah.
explain you more in detail, right? So the
Yeah.
other thing that I want to tell is time decay. This is the very important attribution model in CJ. Okay, if you go to the retail or any other client project, okay, time decay attribution model is most efficient model, because it will gives a sense of the data, how that the person is behaving across the system, right? So and
Uh-huh.
then so I can able to create a apply, and then so I can able to create a whatever the channel and success metric is. Yes, I'll take 20 seconds break.
Okay.
Last one. Okay, so when you are doing the data views, connections or something, and then the components, in the components, okay, the alerts, preference, audience, all
Yeah.
right? So and then so you have another thing is that, okay, so in the Adobe Analytics, you have something called that Excel, right? Excel builder or something. So here we have report builder for CJA, okay, where you will be doing that, and then it is very costly here, okay. So report builder is very costly. Their data warehouse is there in Adobe Analytics. Here,
No, yeah. There
data
also,
ware.
no, it's report builder only.
It's report builder only. Okay.
Yeah,
So their data warehouse is there where you will be creating the raw data. Here there is no raw data. Okay.
yeah.
Everything is a parallel data that is coming on AEP to the CJA. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Last one coming into the audience. Okay. What are audience? Audience are something like, so you can able to expect. Okay. For example, say you are going into the store, okay, bookstore or something likewise, so you will be getting that audience, and then you will be seeing that audience in terms of that, and then so you will be get audience or something like that has a parameter or the functional attribute which is common across. For example, say in a class, those who have white set weight the same properties across that, right? So in the same way, so you will also have this, and then so you can able to create the audience by creating the audience. Okay, so and then so refresh frequency in the sense like how well it has to be frequenced. So this depends upon your client, use case to use case. For example, say let me give you one use case. Okay,
Okay.
the client has the campaign data with the tracking code AEE. Okay, tracking code is AEE, and then the client has whoever are coming from the mobile phone.
Okay.
Okay, so I can able to create that data, okay, by using the refresh frequency, and then so I can able to add the data here like an mobile data, like whatever the data that is there, right? So the I can able to drag and drop the segment here, and then I will be publishing it. Okay, so likewise, device name is equals to mobile. Okay,
Yeah.
device name is equals to mobile. Likewise, so you will be creating the different kinds of an audience or segments in terms of that, and then workspace is the efficient method in order to do that analysis. Yeah,
Oh.
so there comes to the end of the entire session on this, and so any doubts or something which I can.
1 minute. Can you just show that workspace which you are in just now?
Yes.
So left side, we have dimension metrics and we have filters, right? In Adobe we have segments. Here it is. Oh, it's called a segment only. Earlier it was called as
There are also segment. Okay, so there is no filters here. Okay, there is no filters here. Okay, so they are called the segments only.
so dimensions, metrics, segments, and data range only four, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay. Yeah, it's nice working with you, and thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
So there ends this, and then so you can log in, and then so view your video.
Quiz. You had some quiz, no?
Okay. There the time is not there for me, but
No, you
okay.
can just send me the document or something which you had.
No, I can. Okay, I'll ask you 2 or 3 questions.
No, no. Like you don't have any document relating to this. Document you don't have only anything to read, like the one which you were
This,
just showing. Not your
this
companies. I mean, like some other sources apart from your companies.
experience.adobe.com is the source that I will be following. Yeah, entirely.
Okay.
Okay. So if you take around quiz, right?
So no, do you like have anything like the which questions like which the interviewer might ask? Like what you might ask if you were recruiting.
See, what is the primary function? Sorry, not a assistant. Okay. I will be asking about.
Like let's say 2 to 3 implementation CJA guy. You can just ask like 10 questions. I will not answer, so I can just practice like some 7 8 questions. So it will be just recorded in this session.
Okay. So what is the difference between the segment? Okay, segment and attribute.
Okay.
Okay, the first question. The second, you can research it later. So because
Okay.
it
Okay. Okay.
is
Yeah. Only questions
okay.
is.
So the second thing is, if a client comes to you and then asks to you implementation of the AEP, so what are the steps that you will be ponder? So this comes into the foundation. Okay. The
Uh,
third thing is, okay, what is a unified context profile or unified profile? So and how will you create that? And what is the segmentation size that you can able to give it to the audience in terms of the attributes? Okay, you can research later. Okay,
okay.
so
Okay.
no
Okay.
problem on that. Okay, in terms of the AEP, okay, so that you are mentioning, right? So in terms of the AEP, so what kind of a profiles and attributes that you have implemented for your client? Okay, and so can you please give me a little bit about the schema? So when you have a B2B data set that is already created in that, so when you are injecting into the CJA, okay, what kind of a UCP profiles or the data sets that will be automatically created, and then how many data sets that you can able to create, and then what are the data sets that you will be injecting into the CGA. Last
Okay.
question on the CGA is that, okay, so how many groupings are there in CGA? Okay, field
Okay.
group. Okay,
Okay.
so that you can able to um, go ahead and this thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, any doubts on